Tucked away in the heart of South Asia, Bangladesh is a land of timeless beauty, rich history, and vibrant culture. From lush green landscapes to ancient ruins, from tranquil rivers to the bustling charm of its cities, this country offers a journey like no other. Bordered by India and the Bay of Bengal, Bangladesh is a place where tradition meets nature in the most enchanting ways. It is home to the largest river delta on Earth, the Sundarbans, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and the habitat of the elusive Royal Bengal tiger. Endless rice fields stretch into the horizon, while tea gardens roll like green waves through the hills of Sylhet. The historic city of Dhaka bursts with life, filled with colorful rickshaws, historic mosques, and a rich colonial past. Beyond the cities lie hidden gems, ancient temples, peaceful villages, and beaches untouched by time. The warmth of the people, their stories, and their traditions turn every corner into a memory. Deep in the southern reaches of Bangladesh lies the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest on Earth. This vast and mysterious land stretches across winding rivers, muddy creeks, and dense green canopies. It is a world where land and water blend into one, creating a unique and fragile ecosystem. The Sundarbans is home to a rich variety of wildlife, but none as famous or feared as the Royal Bengal tiger. These tigers are known to swim between islands and silently roam the forest floor, making them some of the most elusive big cats in the world. Alongside them live spotted deer, crocodiles, wild boars, monkeys, and more than 200 species of birds. The forest breathes with the rhythm of the tides. Every day, the salty waters rise and fall, shaping the landscape and feeding the roots of millions of mangrove trees. These trees are nature's guardians, protecting the coastline from storms and erosion. Life in the Sundarbans moves with the water. On the southeastern edge of Bangladesh, where the hills meet the sea, stretches Cox's Bazar, home to the longest natural sandy sea beach in the world. This breathtaking coastline runs unbroken for over 120 kilometers, offering endless views of golden sands and rolling waves. Every sunrise here paints the sky in soft pastels, while the sound of the ocean echoes like a lullaby across the shore. Fishermen return with their catch, children play in the surf, and the gentle breeze carries the scent of salt and freedom. It is a place where time seems to slow down. Cox's Bazar is not only a beach, it is a rhythm of life. Locals stroll along the water's edge. Small tea stalls serve warm drinks under swaying palms, and visitors gather to watch the sun sink into the Bay of Bengal. Just beyond the town lies Inani Beach, famous for its coral stones and clear waters, while Himchari offers dramatic cliffs and panoramic views. Far beyond the southern coast of Bangladesh, surrounded by the deep blue waters of the Bay of Bengal, lies a tiny gem called St. Martin's Island. It is the only coral island in the country, known for its crystal clear waters, white sandy beaches, and vibrant marine life. This peaceful island is just a few square kilometers in size, but it holds a charm that feels limitless. Coconut palms sway in the breeze, the air smells of salt and sea, and the quiet rhythm of waves sets the pace of daily life. The islanders live simply, fishing by day and resting under star-filled skies at night. The waters around St. Martin's are alive with colorful corals, tropical fish, and sea turtles. It is a paradise for snorkelers and nature lovers, where the underwater world reveals its beauty just a few steps from the shore. On nearby Cheradweep, a tiny extension of the island, the beach disappears at high tide and reappears with the moon, like a secret from the sea. In the quiet hills of northeastern Bangladesh, Srimangal unfolds like a green dream. Known as the tea capital of the country, this region is home to endless rolling fields of tea gardens, where the air is cool, the light is soft, and the scent of fresh leaves drifts through the breeze. The hills are blanketed in rows of neatly trimmed tea bushes, curving over the land like waves frozen in time. Every morning, tea pickers move through the fields with quiet grace, their hands swift and practiced, their baskets filling with young tender leaves. It is a rhythm that has flowed through these hills for generations. Among the gardens, small wooden houses dot the landscape, and narrow paths wind between the green. The silence is gentle, broken only by birdsong and the rustle of leaves. Here, the pace of life slows to match the stillness of the earth. High in the hills of the Chittagong Hill Tracts, Sajek Valley rises above the clouds like a hidden. Surrounded by deep forests, rolling hills, and endless skies, this peaceful valley feels far from the noise and rush of everyday life. Often called the roof of Rangamati, Sajek sits over 1,800 feet above sea level. From here, the land stretches out in waves of green, with mist drifting gently through the trees. At dawn, clouds float below your feet. By sunset, the hills glow golden under a wide open sky. The journey to Sajek is an adventure in itself. Winding mountain roads pass through tribal villages, where life moves slowly and traditions run deep. The people here, humble and welcoming, live close to nature, carrying the warmth of a simple life. In Sajek, time seems to pause. The air is fresh, the nights are quiet, and the stars shine bright. Hidden deep in the heart of Sylhet, Ratargal Swamp Forest is one of the few freshwater swamp forests in the world, and the only one of its kind in Bangladesh. Here, trees rise straight from the still waters, their roots submerged, their branches reaching for the sky. It is a place that feels untouched, ancient, and alive. During the monsoon season, the forest floods, and boats become the only way to explore its watery paths. Gliding silently between the trees, visitors enter a world of reflection and green light. Sunbeams filter through the leaves, dancing on the water, while the air hums with the quiet sounds of birds, frogs, and insects. The forest is home to a rich variety of wildlife. Kingfishers flash through the trees, snakes hide among the roots, and monkeys leap from branch to branch. Yet the true magic of Ratargal lies in its stillness. It is a living mirror, where everything above is reflected below, creating a world that seems both real and imagined. Tucked away in the southeastern corner of Bangladesh, the Sundarbans Hill District is a land of soaring peaks, deep forests, and hidden villages. It is one of the most remote and breathtaking regions in the country, where nature and tradition live side by side. Here, the hills rise in soft green layers, covered with bamboo groves and jungle trails. Rivers wind through valleys, waterfalls tumble down rocky cliffs, and clouds drift low across the sky. From the top of Nilgiri, or Nilachal, the world opens up in every direction, wrapped in mist and quiet wonder. Sundarban is also home to many indigenous communities, each with their own language, dress, and customs. Life here is simple, rooted in the earth and shaped by the rhythm of the seasons. In the small villages scattered across the hills, traditions are passed down through generations. In the heart of the Chittagong Hill Tracts lies Rangamati, a town of hills, heritage, and water. At its center is the stunning Kaptai Lake, a vast, shimmering body of water. Surrounded by forested hills and tribal villages. This man-made lake, created by damming the Karnafuli River, has become one of the most peaceful and scenic places in all of Bangladesh. The lake stretches across valleys and islands, its calm waters reflecting the green of the hills and the blue of the sky. Wooden boats glide gently across the surface, carrying travelers to floating homes, Buddhist temples, and quiet fishing spots. The silence is deep, broken only by the sound of paddles dipping into water or birds calling from the treetops. Rangamati is home to many indigenous communities, each adding to the color and culture of the region. Their homes dot the hillsides, built on stilts, with views that open wide to the lake below. High above the clouds in the Sundarban region, the Nilgiri Hills stand like a dream carved into the sky. Resting over 2,000 feet above sea level, this mountaintop escape offers some of the most spectacular views in all of Bangladesh. At dawn, the hills are wrapped in thick layers of mist. As the sun rises, the clouds slowly drift away, revealing endless waves of green stretching across the horizon. The air here is fresh and cool, carrying the scent of forest and wildflowers. It is a world far above the noise, where silence speaks softly. Small cottages rest on the slopes, their windows opening to skies that change color with every hour. On a clear day, you can see deep into the valleys below, while on cloudy days, you may find yourself standing above the clouds, watching them roll and swirl like a living ocean. Nilgiri is not only a place of beauty, but a place of stillness. Far in the depths of the Sundarban Hill District, Chittagong rises proudly among the clouds. Once considered the highest peak in Bangladesh, this majestic mountain stands over 3,000 feet above sea level, surrounded by untouched wilderness and silence. The journey to Chittagong is not easy. It begins with narrow trails, bamboo bridges, and long climbs through dense forests and tribal villages. Along the way, the land changes. Valleys open up, waterfalls appear without warning, and cool mountain air begins to fill the lungs. Step by step, the world below fades away. At the top, Chittagong offers more than a view. It offers a sense of achievement, of standing at the edge of the sky. Hills roll out in every direction, their green peaks stretching into the distance. On misty days, the clouds come to rest right at your feet, creating a world that feels weightless and unreal. Along the southeastern border of Bangladesh, the Naf River moves gently between two lands, Bangladesh on one side and Myanmar on the other. This wide, peaceful river has been a silent witness to centuries of history, culture, and migration. The waters of the Naf flow slowly toward the Bay of Bengal, winding past fishing villages, green fields, and quiet riverbanks. Boats of all shapes and sizes travel its surface, carrying fishermen, traders, and families whose lives are tied to the rhythm of the river. The boatmen move with the tide, their oars dipping quietly into the deep, calm water. In the early morning, the river is wrapped in mist. By afternoon, the sky opens wide, and the river reflects its every shade. The Naf is more than just a body of water. It is a lifeline, a border, and a mirror of the lives that depend on it. Where the Karnafuli River meets the Bay of Bengal, Patanga Sea Beach stretches out along the edge of Chittagong. It is a place where water, wind, and waves come together in a quiet and powerful rhythm. Unlike the soft sands of distant shores, Patanga is lined with large stones and concrete blocks placed to guard the coast. But this rugged charm has its own beauty. Waves crash against the barriers, sending up sprays of salt water that catch the light. The sea here speaks in deep, steady voices, and the wind carries the scent of salt and distance. As the sun sets, the beach glows with golden light. Locals gather along the edge, enjoying tea, roasted peanuts, and the cool ocean breeze. Ships pass in the distance, their lights flickering like stars on the horizon. The nearby naval base adds a sense of strength and history to the coastal air. Patanga is not just a beach. Nestled in the hills just north of Chittagong, Chittagong Eco Park is a sanctuary of green, a place where nature breathes freely and the wild still whispers through the trees. Spread across forests, waterfalls, and quiet trails, this park is a retreat from the noise of city life. The land here is alive with diversity. Towering trees form a thick canopy overhead, while bamboo groves and wildflowers line the forest floor. Monkeys swing through the branches, birds call from above, and butterflies dance in the dappled light. Every step into the park feels like a step deeper into a living story. One of the park's most treasured features is the waterfalls that cascade gently over rocks, filling the air with the soft roar of falling water. Visitors follow winding paths and wooden bridges to reach these hidden spots, where time seems to pause and the air is cool and still. Chittagong Eco Park is also home to the Chandranath Temple, perched high on a hill. In the lowlands of northeastern Bangladesh, where water stretches as far as the eye can see, lies Tangur Haur, a vast wetland filled with life, light, and silence. Covering thousands of hectares, this seasonal floodplain turns into a shimmering inland sea during the monsoon, dotted with boats, birds, and floating villages. The Haur is a haven for wildlife. In winter, thousands of migratory birds arrive from distant lands, ducks, geese, and storks creating clouds of wings over the water. Beneath the surface, fish glide through lily-covered ponds, and the reeds sway gently in the wind. The entire landscape feels like a living painting, changing with the sky, the seasons, and the rain. Local people live closely with the water, their homes built on raised platforms, their lives shaped by the rise and fall of the flood. Wooden boats are the lifeline here, gliding across the Haur like shadows. On the southeastern coast of Bangladesh lies Chittagong, the country's second-largest city and its busiest port. Surrounded by hills on one side and the sea on the other, Chittagong is a city of movement, trade, and deep-rooted history. For centuries, this coastal hub has connected Bangladesh to the wider world. Ships from distant lands have arrived here, carrying goods, people, and stories that helped shape the culture of the region. Even today, the port of Chittagong remains the heartbeat of the national economy, where massive cargo ships line the docks and cranes move like giants against the sky. But beyond its commercial strength, Chittagong is rich with character. In the narrow lanes of the old city, you'll find colonial-era buildings, mosques, and temples standing side by side. The people here speak with warmth, shaped by generations of coexistence among diverse communities, Bengali, tribal, and immigrant. The city is also surrounded by natural beauty. Tucked away in the town of Sundarbans, not far from the capital, lies Panam City, a forgotten street of silent buildings, crumbling archways, and faded grandeur. Once a thriving center of trade and culture, this ancient city now stands as a quiet witness to the passage of time. Panam City was built centuries ago by wealthy merchants, its narrow lane lined with elegant townhouses made of brick and stone. The architecture blends Mughal, colonial, and local styles, with carved balconies, arched windows, and weathered wooden doors. Though time has worn the walls, their stories still echo in the silence. As you walk down the empty street, it feels as if the past is just around the corner. Every step brings images of life long ago, horses in the courtyards, markets filled with silk and spices, voices calling from the balconies. Now, vines climb the walls, and the wind whispers through broken windows. Panam City is more than a ruin. In the heart of Old Dhaka, surrounded by the modern pulse of the city, stands Lal Bagh Fort, an unfinished Mughal fortress frozen in time. Built in the 17th century by Prince Muhammad Azam, the fort was meant to be a symbol of imperial strength and beauty. But fate had other plans. Construction was never completed, yet the fort remains one of the most striking examples of Mughal architecture in Bangladesh. Its red sandstone walls, graceful domes, and intricate arches speak of a royal vision that still lingers in the air. Inside the complex, peaceful gardens stretch between three main structures: the mosque, the audience hall, and the tomb of Peri Bibi. Legend surrounds her resting place, wrapped in mystery and sorrow. It is said that her death brought the fort's construction to a sudden halt, casting a quiet shadow over its stones. Despite its unfinished past, Lal Bagh Fort feels whole in its silence. In the heart of Dhaka stands one of the most iconic and celebrated buildings in modern architecture, the Parliament House of Bangladesh. Designed by the legendary American architect Louis Kahn, this structure is more than a seat of government. It is a symbol of national identity, unity, and visionary design. The building, known locally as Jatiya Sangsad Bhavan, is vast and bold. Its massive concrete walls are softened by geometric shapes, circular windows, sharp angles, and reflecting pools that surround the complex. Light and shadow play across the surfaces, creating a quiet rhythm of form and space. Completed after independence, the Parliament House represents the spirit of a new nation. Its design blends modern minimalism with the essence of Bengali culture. Inside, grand chambers and walkways open to light-filled courts, where natural light becomes part of the architecture. In the center of Dhaka's fast-moving heart, Ramna Park stands like a quiet breath of green, a place where trees whisper, birds sing, and time gently slows down. Spread across more than 60 acres, this historic park is one of the oldest and most cherished public spaces in Bangladesh. Shaded walkways wind through tall trees, past lotus-covered ponds, flower gardens, and wide grassy lawns. In the early morning, the park comes alive with joggers, yoga groups, and people seeking peace before the city fully wakes. As the day unfolds, the soft rustle of leaves and the distant hum of traffic blend into a quiet rhythm of calm. Ramna Park holds deep cultural meaning as well. Every year, on the first day of the Bengali New Year, thousands gathered beneath its trees to celebrate life, music, and tradition. It is a space where nature and culture meet, where the modern city pauses to remember its roots. In the center of Dhaka's busy urban landscape, Hatterjeel Lake offers a rare space of calm and beauty. Designed as both a transportation project and a public escape, this modern lake has become a symbol of the city's evolving spirit, where nature and structure meet in quiet harmony. Once a marshy, overlooked area, Hatterjeel has been transformed into a clean, flowing water body surrounded by walkways, bridges, and open sky. The water reflects the city lights at night, creating a glowing mirror of motion and color. During the day, gentle waves move across the surface as people stroll, cycle, or simply pause to breathe. Elegant footbridges curve across the lake, connecting neighborhoods and offering perfect views of sunrise and sunset. Fountains light up after dark, and the sounds of traffic fade into the soft rhythm of water. Boats move slowly along the lake, while families, students, and travelers gather at its edge. Hatterjeel is more than a place to pass through. In the quiet village of Kantanagar, near Dinajpur in northern Bangladesh, stands one of the most magnificent terracotta temples in South Asia, Kantaji Temple. Built in the 18th century, this temple is a masterpiece of craftsmanship, devotion, and timeless beauty. The temple is dedicated to Lord Krishna, and every inch of its surface tells a story. Thousands of delicate terracotta panels cover the walls, each one carved by hand. Scenes from ancient epics, daily life, and nature unfold in rich detail. Horses gallop, dancers spin, gods battle demons, and lovers meet under trees. The temple is not only a place of worship, but a library in stone. Its 9 spires once reached toward the sky, though most were damaged by an earthquake over a century ago. Still, the structure stands proud, its 3 stories rising in graceful layers, each more ornate than the last. In the northern city of Rangpur, Tajhat Palace rises like a forgotten jewel from a different time. With its grand white dome, sweeping staircases, and graceful columns, this palace tells a story of royalty, elegance, and quiet dignity. Built in the early 20th century by a wealthy zamindar, the palace blends European and Mughal architectural styles. Its symmetry, wide verandas, and shining marble floors reflect a time when power and beauty walked hand in hand. The front staircase, made of imported white marble, leads up to the main hall, once the heart of a noble household, now a place of memory and history. Inside, the palace has been transformed into a museum. Its quiet rooms display ancient coins, fine art, and relics from Bengal's past. Each item whispers of a world that once thrived behind these walls. Outside, the manicured gardens stretch toward the horizon, their stillness broken only by the wind. Winding through the green hills of the southeastern region, the Sanggu River is one of the most scenic waterways in Bangladesh. Born in the hills of Myanmar, it flows gently into Bandarban, carving its way through valleys, forests, and remote tribal villages. The Sanggu is more than a river. It is the lifeline of the land. Its waters are clear and cool, often reflecting the blue sky above and the green hills around. Wooden boats drift slowly along its surface, carrying fishermen, farmers, and travelers between hidden corners of the hills. Along the banks, life moves at a different pace, peaceful, steady, and deeply connected to nature. In the early morning, mist rises from the water. By midday, children splash in the shallows, while women wash clothes on the rocks. As the sun sets, the river turns golden, and silence spreads across its surface like a blanket. The journey along the Sanggu is one of quiet beauty.